Hello and welcome to the School of Spiritual Evolution's YouTube. Let's see, we will call it our calendar of events. So I'm Belinda Womack, and I've been a channel for the 12 Archangels for over 30 years now. And I love to teach their courses and help people. That's pretty much my scoop. And I want to introduce you to the co-founder of the School of Spiritual Evolution. She is the official tech wizard. So what she did is she built the online school, and she takes care of all of the YouTube and everything else that goes right over Belinda's head. So Deborah, how about you say hello?
Hello, Belinda. Hello, audience. And as you can see, I'm not normally in front of the camera, so you're going to have to bear with me. Yes, so I don't know about the tech side, but I certainly was mandated to build the school. And the last 6 months have been a journey for both of us, and a journey of love and many lessons. And yeah, lots of love.
Yes, definitely lots of love and lots of direction from the angels and lots of redirection. So for those of you who are just now meeting either Belinda or Deborah, I just want to say I'm in Montana, and Deborah right now is in New Zealand, of all places. So we're quite on the opposite sides of the world. And so we want to just give a quick calendar of events for what's happening with the School of Spiritual Evolution. Now, just very quickly, when you go to the school's website, which is Belinda Womack, schoolofspiritualevolution.com, you'll find a lot of courses and course bundles there. There's some free meditations. There's a free course. You know, again, I love to teach, and the angels love to give us courses, instruction that deliver results. That's their whole thing. So by all means, feel free to just click on the link to the website and check out everything that's there. So one of the things that we have coming up on the calendar is a free Zoom meeting. And this is for anyone that is interested in the GP. Now, the GP is the Golden Passport Ascension Teachings. This is, honestly, it's Belinda's baby. What is it? What is
Put that in capital letters. Belinda's baby.
Well, it's so dear to my heart, Deborah. And Deborah has been through the GP, the Accelerated Discovery, advanced teachings, training for healers and spiritual illuminators. It's a year-long program, and it comes with the Accelerated Discovery program. It comes with Heart Power Recovery, Trust. That's another course. It comes with Highest Vibrational Manifesting. It comes with the 12 Archangels University. It's way too much for me to describe everything that's in it. Let Deborah tell you about her experience, because that's actually how we met, is that Deborah signed up for the GP, and she has now taken all of these other courses as well that, you know, we're just throwing him in there so that you really have everything you could possibly need to fall in love with yourself, to plug into your soul, and to discover, and to not just to discover your soul's purpose, but to find that confidence to do it. So, Deborah, what was it like for you?
Well, I was thrown in the deep end. I basically, for those of you that don't know my story, I come from a church background. And so my relationship was with Lord Yeshua, or Jesus, for many, many years. And then I was, one night I was lying in my bed, and I said, there must be more to this than what meets the eye. I need some real truth. And I found this lady on Gaia after being instructed to go there by Yeshua, Jesus, and that was Belinda. And I knew immediately that I was supposed to join the program. I signed up and I joined the program. And that was life-changing for me, because I went down this journey of allowing the 12 archangels to work with me on a deep level. And it allowed me to remember past lives, to remember who I was, to rediscover my divine power. And of course, Belinda and I then met through the GP, through her monthly meetings. And then we started to, well, I started to remember previous embodiments with Belinda, and basically we are soul sisters, and we were tasked or mandated to put the school together. But that came through my discovering and remembering who I was and doing the inner work to awaken.
In your experience with the GP, did you also meet some other like-minded fellow seekers that you connected with?
Well, what I did, what happened with the GP was the group of people that started with me were at all different levels of their spiritual journey. I remember one particular person coming in that said, I don't know why I'm here, but I know I'm supposed to be here. And she really had no remembrance of anything spiritual, but she was guided to come here. And now today, a year, I think it's about a year and a half later, she is speaking to the angels. She is taking the most incredible photographs. We're in a small group together, and the growth of those, of that small group of students that started at the same time is absolutely incredible. They have become leaders in their own little area. They've discovered who they are. They've remembered their spiritual contracts and what they're supposed to be doing, and they absolutely, they've moved on to the Beyond program, after the GP program, and are so impacting people around them and other people with the gifts that they've learned and the work that they've done, and going on to creating business opportunities for themselves around their gifting in order to impact and change, lives. And I believe that is why we actually come into the GP program. We all within us have dormant, what we are supposed to do here on Schoolroom Earth. And that GP program allows us to remember and to activate and to grow into what we're supposed to do. And every single one of us have gone on to do that, which is quite amazing. So that's what the GP program actually does for you.
Well, and what the 12 archangels are going to say is that the teaching continues, the learning continues, the community continues, even after the program officially ends. So just very, very quickly, because it's quite robust. It's tough to tell you everything that it offers, but there are 12 major or main core webinars, one each month. And this is part of the Accelerated Discovery Program that opens in September. Now, our call to answer your questions and you can meet other GPers. That's what they're called. Once you have graduated from the Golden Passport training, you become a GPer. And then you can come to the retreat. And we're having our first retreat here in Montana in October. So you would be welcome to come to that. But so there's 12 core webinars. One of them, Deborah is teaching on how to create a spiritual business, or a business if you're spiritual and uber sensitive and you don't know anything about business. So that's going to be webinar 11. And the other thing is that I'm now going to have some help. Deborah is going to help me in the monthly mentoring sessions. So they're optional. You don't have to come. But the people that come get a lot out of these sessions. We keep the group very small and intimate and safe, so everybody feels respected, and you can ask anything you want. You get a lot of attention from, sorry, you get to be called a GP, or my nickname is Mama B. So just so you know, lots of attention. And that's just, again, that's just part of the Golden Passport. That's the big chunk of it, is the Accelerated Discovery Program. But there's also, it's just, it kind of boggles my mind, everything that's now included in the Golden Passport training. So this is the truth. Belinda can't lie, even if she tried. What the angels had us do is take the Accelerated Discovery Program, reduce the tuition, and then add another huge chunk of amazing support material and give that for free. So if you were to pay the original tuition fees, it's now the whole Golden Passport is more than 50% off of what it would have been even a year ago. So we have, the doors are open September the 1st, but our call is September the 10th. And there's a link underneath the video to sign up for the free Zoom call. And if you can't make the call, by all means, you can email Belinda your question. My email is author.belindawomack@gmail.com. Or of course, you can send your question to the School of Spiritual Evolution at info@BelindaWomackSchoolofSpiritualEvolution.com, which I understand is a bit of a mouthful. So if it's easier to send your question to author.belindawomack@gmail.com, just by all means do that. And we're going to, Deborah, if I remember correctly, we're going to take the Zoom replay from our live Zoom meeting, and you're going to put it on the YouTube channel. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes. So if yes, it will be back up on, it will be up on the YouTube channel.
Great.
So it's easy for everybody to watch, and then the links to the actual GP will be underneath the replay. So if you're interested, if you need more, if you want more questions answered, you can get hold of Belinda or the school directly around the GP. And yeah, because people always forget questions and they come back with more. I know, I man the support often.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we're very grateful for that. So we would love to see you there at our Zoom meeting. And again, don't worry if you can't make it, because we will put the replay up on our YouTube channel and we'll email you. So what you want to do is you want to register for the call, even if you can't make it, because that way we can make sure that you get the information. For, again, this is the Angels Advanced Training. This training it's not to become a Belinda, it's to become the healer, the spiritual coach or teacher, the healing artist, the consciousness shifter, the truth seeker, that is the identity, the true authentic self of your soul expressed through your personality. And that's what makes the 12 Archangels different. They're not going to tell you how to do things. They're going to give you incredible tools that awaken your intuitive knowing, so that you don't have that doubt anymore. You know why you're here, and you're focused and ready. And it's quite amazing. So, and you meet all the angels, and you meet many ascended masters, because that's all part of it. And of course, your divine inner child. I could carry on for days, so I will stop there. The other thing that we have happening in September is Belinda and the 12 Archangels are going to be teaching an incredible webinar. This is also going to be live, but the replay will work just as well if you cannot attend the live event. And this is called Energy and Money. The 12 Archangels reveal the truth about how to live in abundance, how to live in, well, that true wealth that they like to talk about, which is happiness, freedom, good health, loving relationship, and having the money that you need. And the reason that we're going to teach this webinar is, and I just need to say this, that when the 12 Archangels have me teach something, I'm channeling. That's Belinda's job. And sometimes the tools are similar in between the courses that they teach, because they love to work with what they call the singing rays of the central sun, which are the colors and the energies of your chakras to facilitate healing. But their tools are always very focused and quite different. And they want us to experience results. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you don't know, I just released a book that I channeled for the 12 Archangels called Angel Abundance, Revelations on True Wealth from the 12 Archangels. And they do talk about the law of energy in their book, and they talk about money. But this webinar is about putting two essential things together to help with both energy and money. What we may not understand is that if the vibration of our energy is not where we need it to be to receive from source, that can slow down receiving money. But also, here's another thing. So we're going to learn a lot about that, but money has its own vibration because it can be loaded with fear. And so if we're so plugged into money and not going for that big picture of overall happiness and freedom and quality of life, we're just obsessing. Where's the money? Where's the money? Or you can substitute money for where's the partner, or, you know, where's the opportunity, or where's the new house? Well, if you get so plugged in to what you want, but especially money, because money can be so saturated with fear, then you pull your entire vibration down. And that can cause, as my friend Deborah has taught me, I love this term, a train smash. And this is another favorite expression of hers, a massive train smash. So, and that's what can happen. And so in energy and money, we're going to teach you how to absolutely eradicate train smashes, whether it's your energy, whether it's your money, or whatever it is that you are asking to receive from source. Basically, what's missing or what's lacking. So your energy has everything to do with that. And that's what we're going to focus on. Now, I have been teaching with the 12 Archangels for as long as I've been channeling them. They started me off teaching a class. Now, back then we didn't have the internet. That's how old I am. So, but we would call it a webinar. And that was over 30 years ago. So I'd like to just validate for everyone that the tuition for this webinar is half of what it's ever been. And so that's $99. And it's going to be about 2 hours long, angels don't tell time. So it could run over a little bit. You're also going to have the opportunity to ask your questions. I would love for you to stick with the topic. It's a very big kind of universal topic, energy and money. And you'll be able to put that right into the Zoom chat. And again, if you can't come to the live event, you just email me the question and I will channel the answer for you. As long, again, as I have permission. Belinda works with the 12 archangels. That's what they're going to say. But if you ask my ego, I'm going to say I work for them. But it's definitely a collaboration. I have to have your higher self's permission, and I have to have the angel's blessing before they're going to tell me the answer. And that's pretty much how that works. Now, this webinar is the live event is September the 24th at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's New York City. You know, the thing, because I live in the States and Deborah lives on the other side of the world in New Zealand, and sometimes she lives in Australia. If you ask a New Yorker, they're going to tell you the only time zone that exists in the world is Eastern time, because that's where New York City is. So it does make it a little bit easier. So please check your clock with that. We always try to give as many time zones as possible. But again, that's September the 24th, 3 p.m. Eastern time via Zoom. You can't make it. You're going to receive access to the replay. And the other thing about the webinar, I almost forgot, is that as soon as you sign up, you have a gift, which is a healing treatment meditation that I've channeled from the angels that already starts to work on your energy. It already starts to help make room inside of you for more love and create healthier force field, stronger force field around you to protect you from good old negativity and fear. So as soon as you sign up, that gift is yours. And it's powerful. It works. That I can guarantee. September 24th. Would love to see you there. So, Deborah, have I missed anything? Those are the two events that are like so on my brain that I wanted to talk about.
No, and I just wanted to say about energy and money. I think that was one of the most important lessons that I learned when you and I first started speaking, because like you, before you learned from the 12 archangels, we would give everything for no exchange. And I think that was a massive gift lesson for me, where I learned that there had to be an equal exchange when you're giving away in order for things to flow. And so that's why I'm so excited about the webinar Energy and Money, because a lot of people believe, you know, when you come from a good place and you naturally have a good, kind heart, you want to assist everyone. But because you don't understand the importance of that fair exchange, of exchanging something for money, the energy exchange, and that we often make mistakes, and we don't, like Deborah likes to say, understand, because you need to understand or understand from your heart. You don't get it, that it's a simple practice of that equal exchange that allows things to start flowing. And so it's really, really important that we learn that. And this webinar is going to teach you that. It was the biggest thing that Deborah had to learn in order for things to flow more naturally and beautifully.
It's very true. It's very true. And you come from, again, a Christian background, where very often in any of the major religions of the world, we are indoctrinated to believe that spiritual people are only supposed to give, and that somehow God will provide for us, and Source does provide for us. But it can be a painful lesson to learn that when we only give and we only sacrifice, and then we don't stop and ask, is my giving interfering with that person's soul, right? The soul needs to be the driver of each and every person's train, right? The soul has to be in charge. And when we jump in there to rescue, to save, Belinda is an A+ people pleaser, I'll tell you that, and peacemaker. And we jump in there and we sacrifice ourselves. And then the universe gives us an energetic pushback. Whoa, Nellie, what do you think you're doing? Yes. And that comes with some hard knock lessons and can create some massive train smashes. Just that alone. Do you agree?
Yes. And it was the most important thing that I had to learn, because like Belinda, I'm a people pleaser and I jump in where I'm not supposed to and try and rescue the world. And so, yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this webinar, because I think that it's going to shift a lot for many, many people. So, yeah. So those are the two things. Was there anything else in terms of, I don't think so.
The affiliates. Deborah, talk about the School of Spiritual Evolution affiliate.
Oh, yes. My head is so busy with tech stuff and courses. I just want to say to everything, it's quite amazing when you work with the angels. You start down this track, you complete it, and then they say, oh, no, we need you to do this. We need you to change all the prices. It now needs to be discounted and whatever. And Belinda and I are like, are we sure? Are we really hearing this? And luckily, the two of us are so in tune that we figure it out eventually. So, yeah, the affiliates. Do you want to explain, Belinda?
Well, I don't know very much about our affiliate program. This is the first affiliate program that I've done ever in my work with the angels. But what I understand is that the angels have asked for their teachings, which are amazing and result-driven, their tools, to go out into the world. So currently we have one of our affiliates is translating some of the courses in German, and another affiliate will soon be translating some of the courses into Spanish. So we are looking for partners who, it doesn't matter if you have any students of your own, if you're willing, yes, but also you feel in your heart that this is something you're called to do, is to help the 12 archangels, then by all means, if you speak a different language and you would love to participate in translating the courses to get those out into the world, that's great. Or if, because all of the classes are in English and you want to share these amazing, I have trouble finding big enough words. I mean, I really do. And I'm not trying to, it's not tooting my horn. I mean, these angels, they know how to help us. They really do. So if you want to share this with your audience, what Belinda, I'm going to tell you to do is sign up to be an affiliate. And if you haven't already, you need to take one of these courses so that you can speak to it, so that you can live it and walk it and talk it. And then it's easy. It's going to be easy for you to share it with the people that either you teach or you influence or you care about. So that's pretty much what I know about the affiliate program. We offer a 40% share. So that means whatever course that you sell to your people, you get 40% of that. And that's what I know. So Deborah, what did I leave out?
No, you got it perfect. And if you've never been an affiliate before, you know, I'm there, so you can reach out to me, and I can assist you with how to get started, give you links, you know, show you how it works. We've got a number of, for those of you that understand this, we've got a number of sales funnels, free gifts that you can give away, and that in turn leads to selling, you know, one of our courses. So once people come into our email list and our funnels and that, they remain yours. So if you introduce somebody to the school, one of your, you know, somebody in your audience, you know, somebody, a friend, whatever, you get a unique number. That number is registered to you. The person comes in and they're yours a lifetime. So you are able then to, whatever they buy, you get a percentage, the 40% of. So it's all been built out. It's in place. It's very simple. You know, if there's people that, and if there's things that you need, like Belinda says, we're looking to translate into different languages. If you do have an audience, I will work with you and we can change it, and we can set up pages that specifically targets your particular market. You know, the mandate was from the angels was to take their work to a wider audience, and that's what Belinda and I have to do.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay. So one last thing, Deborah, that I would love for you to do is I want you to say, you know, who you are and what you teach, please.
Okay, so sure, now you've put me on the spot. Yeah. I'm very, very quiet behind the scenes, but I do assist with you know, I've been in business. I started my first business when I was 18, maybe younger, 16 dabbling, but when I was 18, and very quickly grew the business to quite a substantial business, employing a couple of hundred people. I've had a lot of startup businesses. When I say startup, I mean literally taking a product, setting up a factory, producing and exporting and that. So that's a bit of my background, very briefly. I've been called to assist those that are like us, spiritual beings that know who they are, that are on their journey, but often it's very difficult for people that are sensitive and that are spiritual to actually get a business off the ground. And so what I do is I have that business, let's say, knowing, but I also understand who I am as a very powerful spiritual being, connected to my higher self, to my helpers, to source. And so I'm able to bridge that gap between the business world and the spiritual world in terms of speaking to you and understanding where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. So much of my work is one-on-one, helping and assisting those that know they are called maybe to this business world, or to starting a healing business, or some kind of remembrance of what they need to do, but they don't know how to get there. And so a lot of my, as Belinda channels the 12 Archangels, a lot of my work is done one-on-one with business people that have a spiritual awakening and calling, and I'm able to assist them in bridging that gap. And so, yeah, I hope, is that what you wanted me to say, Belinda? So well, I mentor people that know they are called to be more than just business owners. They know that they are supposed to work in a certain field and are sensitive spiritual beings.
And I just want to add to that Deborah's skill set is to really meet you where you are and to help you figure out the best marketing plan, the best social media plan, the best production plan, whatever it may be that resonates with you. And she's quite patient. And at the same time, she gives very clear directives and steps that when you follow those steps, you have success. You know, it works. It all takes patience. And what I especially appreciate, because Belinda just flies by the seat of her britches, that Deborah says, okay, you know, I got this from the angels. She knows I'm not going to do anything unless it comes from the angels. So she figured that out right away. And she goes, okay, Belinda, I need this. Do it. Yes, Deborah. And so that's been very, very helpful, because I don't question that. I feel it. I feel that that's, you know, that's what I need to do. Or let me just be honest, I have a complete meltdown and she knows Belinda can't do that. So it's one or the other, right? Do you agree? Either I can either get it done or absolutely not.
Yeah. So so I am very good, because I also, my bestie is the big blue Archangel Michael. I am very good at reading what needs doing and for understanding other spiritual beings and our struggles here. And so I'm able to connect and see how the way forward, in other words, in terms of what is comfortable for someone, what is not comfortable with someone. And I also understand that social media and posting and building businesses in a certain way makes spiritual beings, us that have to live here on Schoolroom Earth, it can make us very uncomfortable. So we find ways to make sure that you are comfortable and able, because a lot of times, Belinda, what happens is that because of the pressure put on us by building a business in this crazy social media, posting so many times a day and doing this and that, spiritual people like ourselves in businesses that are assisting others, they start to feel under pressure. And so that affects their vibration. And so it affects their spiritual walk, because they are under pressure from the world and all these things that are expected of them. And sometimes it's understanding, putting two heads together and adapting and changing what we are supposed to do because the world says we have to, so that it doesn't interfere with your spiritual work and your spiritual vibration. Because unless you're vibrating at where you're supposed to, you are of no use, because you are adjusting who you are purely to fit in with social media and how things are done. And that is one of the biggest stumbling blocks. And it's finding the correct balance and the bridge in order to be effective, both where you're supposed to be vibrationally and taking that to the world.
Definitely.
So
yes.
I hope that assists.
Yes, beautifully said. Okay, and so I just want to mention that Deborah offers private sessions, consulting, business review. Again, she's going to be teaching a course for the Golden Passport advanced training. She'll be there for the monthly mentoring sessions to help. So if you need that assistance, that on the ground, but staying with your integrity, not compromising that, then let Deborah help you. So yeah, we're all very grateful for your many gifts, and I'm especially grateful for your patience. Yes.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. So let's wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for being willing to listen to us share the news of the School of Spiritual Evolution. We would love to see you in class. We would love to see you on a free Zoom call for the GP on September 10th. See you at the webinar on September 24th. You know where to find us, and we'll be back. We'll be sharing more upcoming events with you, of course, as we move forward. We are all evolving, and we're doing it together. And as one of us evolves, we all evolve. So I'm going to close with just a short channeling here from the 12 Archangels. Humanity, we love you, and we're only going to give you what works, because we know that part of your education has been to receive a lot from Master Fear of what doesn't work, but that's all part of your education. You've likely noticed that your education is speeding up these days. We are here to help all make life happier, more heavenly, more serene, peaceful, fun. We thank you for listening, and we ask, if you are willing, take a deep breath, open the door of your heart, and say to us, 12 Archangels, show me where I get in my own way. Show me an easier way. We are your eternal friends, beloved ones. See you in class.